Hey everyone, welcome back to the RPGames YouTube channel. My name is Ralph, this is Pathfinder Kingmaker. And like I said in the previous episode, I did some things off screen. I was looking for, what was it called again? Dizzy Wheat or something? Dizzy something. Dizzy Head, okay. So I couldn't find it. And the reason for that is that this Dizzy Wheat is located on the lower right side of the map, which is where all the poison clouds are. So that's the reason why I didn't find it. So I had to send Jaytal into the poison cloud because she doesn't have a constitution and so is not impacted by this poison. So there we go, we finally found it. We are now ready to give all that stuff to the old beldame. Let's do that right now. Herbs, 3 bundles of each. The old woman claps her hands and grins, revealing a row of brown, uneven teeth. There's a good boy. Did it take a lot of time to find them, eh? Give them here, I'll put them to good use. Yeah, that's my old beldame voice. So we got 300 experience for that and 400 gold coins, not too shabby. Let's tell her about the coins. I've learned what happened to the village, slain the monster, and freed the cursed soul. She listens to your tale, nodding her head. So, that's how it all happened. The scary thing it is, this curse and all. Would seem just a tall tale, but here we are. The village is gone. So who's to blame, you think? Oh boy. Let's see. Dorsey, he was the one who cursed Wilbur and Calatropsia. Nita, he hadn't cast Dorsey aside, none of this would have happened. Wilbur, he's been stalling with the decision for too long. In the end, everyone started hating him. Calatropsia, she put a spell. I don't know. Dorsey, maybe? Yeah, let's say Dorsey. Dorsey. He is the one who cursed Wilbur and Calatropsia. Maybe, but the hatred may be well earned, or at least seem to be. Put yourself in his boots, see it through his eyes. Fae are dragging your beloved to the forest, her fool of a father helping them. The fellow must have truly believed he was saving her. So what would you say now? Who's to blame? Wilbur. He's been stalling with the decision for too long. In the end, everyone started hating him. Yes, Wilbur was always a coward. He didn't want to hurt anyone, but in doing so, he hurt everyone and got retribution from both sides, his daughter and her groom. But he wished well to everyone, right? It wasn't his hatred that fueled the curse. Okay, let's say, what do you think? The old woman slowly smiles and shakes her head. Now, more than ever, she reminds you of a fae of the forest. It's not up to me judging folk. Gods can judge. It's easy for them, for they know everything. The young folk can judge as well. It's even easier for them, for they know nothing. And I just keep it all in my memory. As far as I've heard, a daughter of a human and a fae used to live here. Her name was Elga Vernix. Are you her? Well, I think that's obvious. The old beldame averts her eyes. Might be me, or might not. What's the difference? Who would still remember that name? How much for your potions? Okay, so we can get a bunch of potions of her. A pouch of feather tokens. What's that? Oh, okay, that's the ones that turn into oak. Yeah, that's what the Nixie was looking for. Alright. Amulet of natural armor +2. Yeah. Don't really need that much stuff actually. So let's not trade, but it's good to know that it's possible. And then we are gonna head out. And we're gonna check on the date. Where did we enter this map? That's always a good question, is it not? If you've seen my Firewatch playthrough, you know that like how much trouble I got into trying to navigate my way around the map. So don't be surprised if that happens here as well. Where am I going? Oh, okay. Just gonna say, where am I going? Okay, so let's see. We have the Troll Clearing still. We have the Troll Wilderness. We have the Hodak Lair. We have the Cobalt Trail. The Verdant Chambers. Where is that? Oh, the Mud Bowl is all the way over here. Okay, so that's another location that we need to go to. Let's see, it's the 14th. And when were we supposed to be back? Was that 16th or 18th? Not 100% sure actually. And the monster den, what is that about? Clearing in the woods leads up to this small cave. Through the canopy, a flock of crows can be seen flying in circles and cawing above the glade. The repugnant stench of rotting flesh leaves no question as to what attracted the scavengers. Okay. So we have the Cobalt Camp that we could head out to, or we could go to the Troll Clearing. How about we try and do the Troll Clearing and then head back and check out yeah, so there is something going on in Solistar anyway. New events. Oh, it shows it. Oh, that's good. Let's see. Unlock any secondaries. Oh no, those are old ones, right? Yeah, those are old ones. Yeah, I think so. Okay, never mind. So, yeah, enough dilly-dallying, Gran. Get a move on. I've also leveled up the characters. They're at least the ones in the party, because I couldn't access the other ones, which are still at home. So they're all level 7 now. As always, if you want to check out the guides, they are in the description of the video. Let's see where this one leads. Yeah, this goes to the Troll Clearing. So, yeah, I'm just hoping that Jaital doesn't get beat up too much. Maybe we should rest before we go into the Troll Clearing. I think that might be a good idea. The small glade showed signs of brutal troll feasts. It was littered with gnawed bones, the ground was furrowed with marks from huge feet. The trees held gouges from sharp claws, and the branches had been adorned with the skulls of humans and animals, both old and new. Unfortunately, the troll's track vanished outside the glade, but we could tell that the trolls used this place often. Akun's usually expressionless face turned into a disgusted grimace. You could see the pain he felt as he looked upon the remains of the troll's victims. Finally, looking away, he said, "They'll come back. We need an ambush." Yeah, let's prepare our ambush. Let's see what happens, you know. The trolls were really taking their time. The sun rose higher and higher, but we heard nothing from the woods but bird song and the buzzing of insects. Akun froze, keeping his bow at the ready as he gazed into the woods. His eyes would focus every now and again on the remains hanging from the trees. His expression was one of strong determination. He would wait for the trolls and he would kill them all. The fruitless waiting began to tire us out. Miri killed time, sharpening an already razor-sharp blade. Let's continue waiting. As the sun set, the glade was still empty. Darkness spread the scraps of the troll's feast, and the grass began to fill with dim lights fireflies. Akun flexed his muscles, tired of the long motionless wait. "I could be wrong," he said regretfully. "We may be waiting in vain." For 2 hours, Jubilos had been reading a book. He held it closer and closer to his eyes as the sun went down. When his nose finally bumped into the book, he slammed it shut and stowed it in his backpack. "Can we be on our way? It's clear we won't be getting any bites here." But maybe they come out at night, right? So let's wait until the night and then see what happens. "Thank you," the ranger said with a nod. "That was cowardly of me. Torak teaches not to give up. We will wait, and we will get what we waited for." Jubilos sighed ostentatiously. "Indeed, why hurry? We'll just hang around here and wait for the bodies of our enemies to flow down the river. I mean, first we need a river to wend its way through these parts, but we're patient, aren't we? Can't wait for that as well. Oh, we can wait for that as well." Ambushes take time. We continued waiting in the hope that the trolls would show themselves eventually. It was late at night. We listened to the sounds of the forest, waiting to hear the roar of a troll at any moment. Instead, all we heard was the hooting of owls. Owls. Our muscles grew numb and our eyelids grew heavy. Loud snoring came from the bushes in which Jubilost had hidden himself. Miri prodded the gnome in the ribs to wake him. "Hey, no sleeping. Why are you so weak? Back home everyone trained with run-ups the hills before dawn. Full gear, day and night. You became a real warrior or you dropped dead." The gnome moved further away from the barbarian. "Whatever, I was taught to wash my hands before a meal. But do I come to lecture you?" So let's wait until the next morning. And if nothing happened, then we'll be on our way. With little hope remaining, we decided to give the trolls one more chance to show up. The sky began to lighten, the hooting owls gave way to twittering morning birds. We rubbed our eyes as we looked around the glade yet again. Suddenly a loud cracking sound came from the bushes. Alerted now, we reached for our weapons, but instead of trolls we saw jump into the glade was a huge deer. Arrows buzzed through the air and the animal fell to the ground. It seemed the ambush hadn't been a complete waste, at least. Okay, so that was eventful. It's the 16th now. Let's start heading back to, let's see, to Solistar eventually. Ooh, that's a bit of a long way. Let's hope that there is a route to the left. There is. Okay, great. And then from here we can go to Solistar directly, yes. 1 day and 1 hour. Okay.
Oh, when we stop.
Castle Eldori. A problem demands your personal attention, your grace. Your acquaintance Oleg has been refusing to pay his taxes for months now, even though his trading post is located in your lands. The fool didn't realize he should have come to you immediately, but even so, please lend him your ear. What's the matter, Oleg? Oleg grimaces, making a clear effort not to spit on the floor. Since the moment you founded this barony, your grace, I became your subject, but I'm still also a subject of the Eldori in Restov. When you brought down the Stag Lords, I thought my troubles were over, but no. My whole life I paid taxes to Restov. Now, on top of that, your tax collectors darken my doorstep. Oleg, which would you rather swear allegiance to? Restov or myself? Oleg looks like he's surprised to be asked. He thinks for a moment and you realize he's making an extraordinary effort to be polite. Forgive me, your grace, but regardless of what banner they fly, all tax collectors are a little more than bandits to me. Advisors, what are your thoughts? Your grace, the Eldori's sword lords are true allies and the backbone of the barony. I would hope you still value Lady Jamandi's support and won't let such short-term interest undermine our alliance. Oleg is more important than a few months' worth of taxes. Collecting now would ruin a kind and honest and somewhat clueless man. Please keep this in mind, your grace. We won't collect taxes from Oleg this month. Let him go. I'll discuss the matter of Oleg's fealty with the sword lords and the rest of, so we can determine whether I should be bound to them or to me. Well, I thank you, your grace. That's most just of you. Well, of course, I am a just ruler. What are you thinking? Oleg? A wise decision. Should you wish, I will write Lady Jamandi myself and explain the matter to her. Perhaps she'll agree to a sensible sharing of taxes between the barony and Restov. I'm certain we can reach an agreement with Jamandi and acquire the trading post in short order without any direct conflict with the Sword Lords. There we go. Some more experience. Valerie enters the throne room, fiercely stabbing her heels into the floor as she approaches. She stands before you and simmering with indignation. I would never have thought that I'd commence my career as a regent with such a case, but the leader of a local gang is at your gate. He's brought a chest stuffed with stolen goods, which he wants to share with you, the new lord of the stolen lands. I insist this impudent man he immediately arrested and brought to justice. Your lands have a long and dark legacy, but your subjects fail to grasp that the time of cutthroats and extortionists are over, and law rules here, now and henceforth. You will not protect these bandits as the Stag Lord did. So drive this bandit from my lands, do the same to any similar petitioner, arrest this bandit. I will accept this tribute. Let me gain some build points here. Arrest this bandit, clap him in irons, same fate awaits any like him. I will carry out your orders with pleasure, Grand Blackforge. Valerie, it's your grace, okay? Support the region's endeavors. Okay, so that means that we can level up Valerie, it seems. Is there any more? No, that's it? Okay. Phew.
I tire.
Let's take a quick look at the kingdom management. Visitor has met with the Baron, okay. Regent demands your presence. Okay. Oh man, is there so many new things, really? So it's the 17th. Wait, there is something that I want to do here and see if I can manage that. So Riala is kind of useless as an advisor at the moment, so I want to get rid of her. Ah, that's possible. And pick Jubilost. Yes, that makes a lot more sense. And now he is at least useful to me. So let's see, we have troublemakers still. Before the 1st of the month. Valerie and Amiri are both out at the moment. Hands of Gold. Rumor has it that an unknown self-taught master crafting items of extraordinary beauty and rare quality has appeared in the region. Such people are rare. Something should be done to entice her to stay. That sounds like a job. Oh, I was gonna say a job for our new appointed treasurer, but apparently it's gonna be Tristian. Tristian is actually fine though. Let's see. Locals are bored and don't know what to do with themselves. Yeah, so this troublemaker one. So, Miri is dealing with this one. So in 3 more days, on the 20th, and then this one takes 12 days. So that's too late, actually. Yeah, but I mean, we don't have really another choice. So let's see. We also have a rank up event. So the general and the regent, and that's also Valerie. Oh boy. So we really need to level up these regions. So what is the current status? We have 34 loyalty, 21 community, 25 military, 19 economy. Oh, that's quite good. That's quite good. Divine. So stability, I would really like to find out a way to get stability to 10 at least. And I think I might have a way for that. There is... Oh, but I have 231 build points now. So there is a merchant in the capital that sells build points. And I was thinking, if I'm not gonna spend all this money that I gather on equipment, maybe I can spend them on build points and then build a couple of things in one go. So I'm gonna try that and see how that works and see how many build points I can actually purchase. So let's get out of here for now for a moment. Let's give the storyteller some more of our rare stuff, our antiquities. It's a good bunch of golds. There we go. And then let's head out. Oh, and I also need to go to the tavern to confront this mother that sent me all the way to the witch for no good reason, actually. But yeah, that's... Maybe I can do that in a sec.
In due time.
So much stuff. So, Hasuf, you have build points. Normally, let's see what you have. Alright, so we are back in the kingdom management, and now all of a sudden we have 715 build points. So that goes quite a way to, you know, to help things out over here. So we're gonna start with a wooden wall. There we go. On the small square over there, I think we're gonna put a watchtower for the espionage bonus. And yep. And I want to do the exact same thing in, let's see, in Dhorne as well. But first, so we have a longhouse, a barracks, and a tavern would be good. So, let me quickly see. I think I sketched something. A brewery, a barracks, and a tavern. Okay, so I'm gonna put a tavern over, let's see, +1 relations when adjacent to a longhouse, and +1 espionage when adjacent to a barracks. Okay, so that means that I'm gonna put the tavern over here. And then I'm going to put the barracks over there. And a brewery gives +1 stability in a settlement with a tavern. Okay, so +1 stability. Let's see, what else? A monument, a shop gives extra economy. Smithy, what does a smithy do? +1 economy when adjacent to a shop, and a shop is +1 economy when adjacent to a tavern. Okay, so we need to put the shop next to the tavern. And then we can put the smithy next to the shop. Yeah. So that should give us a bunch of extra stats over here in what, about 7 to 10 days. Okay, that's great. Shall I put the rest there as well? Yeah, I might as well. I might as well fill this up since I have so much build points now. So I'm going to put a brewery over here. This will give an additional stability because we have a tavern. Then I'm going to put a monument which gives +1 community, +1 loyalty next to the shrine. And then because of the shrine, if it's adjacent to a monument, it gives an extra +1 divine and an extra +1 loyalty because it's adjacent to the longhouse. Okay, and then there is one more thing that I could put here. Let's see. A herbalist house, which is +1 loyalty and then +1 arcane when adjacent to a shrine. So let's put that one adjacent to a shrine. There we go. And that should be our capital for now, and then we'll see what kind of a impact this will have on the stats when it's built. But that should give us a really good boost. And now let's do something similar in Dhorne. It's not going to be similar because it's different to build, but we're gonna put walls at least. And then let's see, what do we already have? We have a tavern And we have Bokken's Alchemical Shop, which gives +1 economy and then another +1 economy when adjacent to a tavern or a longhouse. So it's adjacent to a tavern. That's great. Then, let's see, the barracks. The barracks, where's the barracks? The barracks need to be adjacent to a longhouse. Yeah. And the tavern gives +1 espionage when adjacent to barracks. Okay, so apparently espionage is pretty difficult to get. So I want to make sure that these are always next to each other and somehow. So we're going to put the barracks there. We're going to put the longhouse over there. And then what else can we put down here? We could put a brewery to get the bonus with the let's see, bonus with the tavern. We can put a shop. Let's see, a shop when adjacent to a tavern gives an extra economy. So this would be +2 economy if I put it here. And I think economy is quite important as well. Then the smithy needs to be next to the shop again, I believe. Yeah, that's again an extra economy. So we're going to put the smithy next to the shop. We're going to put the brewery. And I'm sure I'm going to get new buildings and things like that, you know, in a while. And that's fine. And you can still move around the buildings. You can take them down and place them somewhere else for half the value. So we're gonna put this brewery in here to have the stability with the tavern. We'll put that one over there. And then I was thinking of a lumberyard gives an extra economy. A mill for producing pre-cut logs, +1 relations when located in a settlement with peers. And there is a pier here. Yes. Okay, so let's put a lumberyard here and see what that does. And then we have these two locations here, but I'm not quite sure what can be built over there. Oh, it can be built over there. Okay. So a granary and a windmill could be possible, but is it also possible? Well, actually, is it possible to put a watchtower there? No. Okay. Is it possible to put a windmill? Also no. So what can be put there? A shrine can be put there, but that doesn't do very much. Well, I could put a monument and a shrine next to each other over there. That's a possibility. A granary, which helps with the windmill. Let's see, if there's a windmill... Oh, a granary or a brewery, so we don't even have to build the granary. Actually, we get a +2 if we have both of them, but to build the windmill, we need one separate location, one separate square, not two squares next to each other, as is the case here. And if we find such a spot, then I would much rather build a watchtower. So yeah, let's keep our options open for now on that part. And this is gonna take another 5 to 10 days, or even 14 days for the brewery. Okay. So yeah, that's so we have 3 more days for Valerie to get back. Let's see. And then we have Hands of Gold. This one we can send Tristian. A DC 14 and Tristian has a +8. And it gives a +3 loyalty on success or triumph. Well, that's nice. So let's start the event. Yeah, I'm thinking like if Valerie gets back from this mysterious cult thing, should I put her on the troublemaker thing? Or should I put her on the rank up thing, which... I mean, I think the ranking up is a lot more important, to be honest. And then I could put the general in next month. I don't know. So at least we build up the capital, and depending on how, you know, how much regions and everything we were able to unlock in like a short time, I think it actually makes a lot of sense. Like if we get back from one of those exploring runs and we have like 20,000 gold or something after we sold everything, then I think it makes sense to buy build points and just get a like a village up and running. I don't know, let me know in the comments if you disagree with that. Like I would love to hear your opinion. Okay, so since Gren is so tired, I'm gonna let him rest. Then I'm gonna level up the other characters, which haven't leveled up yet, the ones that are not in the party. And then we'll see how we will continue. Okay, so it turns out that I have all the fragments for the necklace of double crosses. And the storyteller is gonna tell me this story. I haven't rested yet, I just noticed that I had all of the fragments. So let me show you this one first. And I expect the story will amuse you and perhaps even give you some food for thought. Okay, well, let's hear it. So what is your answer? Will you entrust me with this treasure? Restore the necklace of double crosses. The storyteller holds the pieces of metal carefully in his hand. I shall begin. Not every legend speaks of heroic feats. Some tell of atrocities and wicked things. I will breathe my gift into this necklace, that it may tell you something of itself. This amulet grants its wearer a +4 bonus to trickery, stealth, and mobility skill checks. Their melee attack deals 2d6 sneak attack damage. When an ally moves away from the wearer in battle, the amulet forces the wearer to make an attack of opportunity against that ally. Oh, an ally. Oof. Yeah, that's something that you need to equip and unequip actually. Like it's great for traps and things like that, but it's not something you want to equip in combat, obviously. So yeah, let's keep it, but use it sparingly. So I'm thinking of actually just skipping a few days, just to make sure that we are available when Valerie gets back, and then see how that event goes. And we have a new Event. A nasty rumor is spreading, injurious to the Baron's reputation. It is said that Brevoy wants more territory and that Lady Jamandi Eldori's people have already been dispatched to get rid of the local population and free up land for the colonizers. Oh, great. Yeah, and Harem is... So it's gonna be Tristian, and he's only back in 13 days, which is not gonna be enough time. Ah, great. Just great. Troll bands are rampaging. The barony will soon fall. To avoid that, you have to advance the main plot and complete the following quests. Troll trouble. Okay, so I need to get a move on. Yeah. I need to get a move on with this troll trouble quest. Yes, that much is clear. Mysterious cults. So the region urged the locals to turn over the leader of the cultist, but his pleas led to nothing. The region sank into debauchery and sloth, and some parishioners, maintaining their piety, though thought it better to leave the cursed lands. Okay, well, that sucks. Okay, so that's a failed one. Let's see, it's the 20th. So this one, no. This one, no. Troublemakers, but this takes 12 days, so it's either sending Valerie here or ranking up. But ranking up advances time, and I need to figure out this troll trouble problem. So let's send her over here. My planning keeps changing all the time. And then let's head out to deal with this troll trouble stuff. But I'm thinking I'm gonna be doing that in the next episode. I'm gonna need to equip Ikundayo. I'm gonna need to equip Harem for that as well, since he wants to see the Dwarven ruins. And that's where we're going in the next episode. As always, I want to thank you very much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, by all means, feel free to leave a like. Leave a comment with advice, tips, tricks, and so on. Or just that you're enjoying it, that's fine too. I would love to read that as well. And I will see you in the next video.